So Simon, the run continues with a 3-1 home win against AFC Portchester this afternoon. First half started well again, and a nice mazy run from Thailand and gets brought down, and Caitlin's able to slot the free kick home.
Yeah, so before we talk about the game, the first thing to say is from everybody at Hayes and Yeading, our condolences for all the family and friends of Billy at Chichester. And everybody affected by that horrific event. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them. The game, least important versus what we've just talked about. But started well. This is always going to be a tough game for us. Obviously, we're in fine fettle in terms of the run, but these guys will be there and thereabouts at the end for sure. So we positioned it as a huge game for us, and the guys responded generally very, very well. It seemed that we were in second gear a lot of the time, and the times we went into third and fourth gear, then they struggled to cope with us and that. But it just wasn't enough times for me, even though obviously a 3-0 lead is quite comfortable. So there's so much more to come from us, really. This run's great, we're doing well, but there's still a lot to come from this group.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it almost looked like after that opening goal we didn't really push on, and they were able to get back into it slightly before obviously we get the second goal at Sam's time.
Well, I disagree slightly in terms of them getting back into it. It was competitive, but we weren't really threatened too much, really until the end, where we pressed the self-destruct button with the red card and just inviting pressure. Last 5 minutes, which we didn't handle that very well, unfortunately. Which in other games we have closed out very well. But no, I thought we were always in control and handled what they had to offer. And as I said, the times when we upped the tempo meant that we looked good and we hurt them. But again, ironically, when the tempo went up in terms of the heat of the game with tackles and a bit of fiery activity in the game, we responded well to that. That was good for us. So we held our own in that from that point of view. There was a couple of late things and a couple of things said. So if that happens in a game, then I'm confident that we can handle that.
Yeah, and the third that we scored with their keeper, with the mistake with the passing straight to Ryan, and he loops it over. And then as you mentioned, they really put in a bit of a competitive streak towards the end of the game. They really forced us to step up to the challenge and get involved in that nitty gritty, and there were definitely challenges flying. But it looked like the boys really stepped up and really showed a good account of themselves to dig in.
Yeah, they did. That was an exquisite finish by Ryan. Fantastic finish from him. So that settled us down even more. But yeah, they're an experienced side, and they're proud that they were being beaten and they didn't like it, and so therefore a few tackles and a few words were flying around. But I'm pleased that we have that in our locker, that we can cope with that. As I think I said a few games ago, the Bedfont game when it got a bit tasty, we step up. So that's good. I would just like us. I'm a bit annoyed at the moment. I'd just like us to have closed the thing out with a bit more professionalism, like we've done in other games. But I'm not complaining. 7 wins on the trot in all competitions is something to be proud of, and hopefully it's a foundation for further wins.
Yeah, and obviously I guess we have to speak about the unfortunate, maybe questionable red card at the end with Yeading. Obviously it was a bit far away for you to see.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure we keep our heads until the end and finish the game fresh.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was for. I couldn't see. I asked the ref, but he gave me an explanation for one of their players. So I really don't know. And obviously it invited a bit of extra pressure for us going down to 10. And Yeading's just come back in the side, but now he's going to have a spell out of it again. So we'll have to adjust. But no, overall, obviously we'd have taken this at the beginning of the game, and it was, for 85 minutes, it was a professional performance, and we're in good shape generally.
And now we look ahead to a tough challenge next weekend, back in the trophy back here. So what does the week look like in preparation for a tough Step 3 side?
Yeah, well, it's recovery the next couple of days. We'll be in Tuesday and Thursday. I'm really enforcing our principles, really, and obviously we look at Walton. It's going to be a tough game. They're top of the league above, so we're really excited about that. As I said, I just knew we were going to get a good Step 3 side, and I think our boys will respond to that. They have done so far this season when we played Step 3 sides. So we're looking forward to it, but it's about resting those bodies next couple of days, and then we'll get into the plan.
Looking forward to another enthralling game and hopefully another victory next weekend. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.